All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, all across the globe, welcome to another edition of your midday transformational moment with Dr. Larry Carnes. Elder Kevin Vaughan here with you. Doc, as always, sir, good day to you. Optimum blessings. How the doc doing today?
I receive optimum blessings to you.
Amen. I received, Doc. Thank you so much for your time today. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us for the first time, we've been talking about one of the most important topics on the planet, the power of transformation, ladies and gentlemen, with Dr. Carnes, and from his book as well. We'll tell you more about that a little later, the book that is. We thank you so much for joining us, those live right now and those listening later on. Appreciate you so much. I'm so excited about this topic, the power of transformation, ladies and gentlemen. It is a must. It is a requirement, I believe, for your lives today if you want to move forward. So we always thank Doc for taking some time out on midday to share some information and details about the power of transformation. Doc, again, thank you so much, sir. Appreciate you.
Optimum blessings to those who are watching. When we talk about transformation and the power of transformation, we have to understand the metamorphosis that's involved with transformation. It's metamorphosis. It's a metamorphosis, ceasing to be what you are and becoming what you were created to be. So
Yes,
we
sir.
have to understand that. With that, we must understand that metamorphosis and the process of transformation is a process of self-discovery.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the interesting thing about that is that many people are unwilling to face the truth about themselves.
Yes, sir.
So transformation and the power of transformation and the metamorphosis process will bring you to a place of having to face the truth about yourself. But here's the critical component. Many people, when they come into the reality of truth, they don't want to accept the truth that they are awakened to.
Amen.
And when you do that, then the process of transformation has stopped because you're not willing to be transformed. In order to be transformed, you must be willing to deal with the truths about yourself, even when those truths reveal something about you that you don't want to acknowledge because you think you're all that in a bag of chips.
Amen, Doc.
See, so transformation uncovers and reveals the real you. Now, that's where pride, arrogance, and ego is going to surface.
Mm-hmm.
And see, there are a lot of things that's going on. So the power of transformation is self-discovery. You can't transform yourself.
No, sir.
You don't have the ability to do it. Yes, it's internal transformation, but you're not in control of that. Now, what you do is submit to the process.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not you don't transform yourself. You don't have the ability to transform yourself. That must be made clear.
Mm-hmm.
You must submit to the processes of transformation. And then the processes of transformation will take place. There are practical exercises and things that must take place in order for you to be transformed. Transformation is a transformative journey of self-discovery and empowerment. But unless you're willing to submit to the processes, and it will empower you to overcome the limiting beliefs that's been embraced by you over time. It will awaken you to your true potential. But if you're unwilling to deal with those areas of your life that need to be improved, where improvement is necessary, you cannot and will not be successful on the transformational journey. That's just the true facts about it. And so many times we only want the positives of transformation. All of it's positive.
Yeah.
It depends upon your outlook, but the positives of transformation will reveal those things in you that need to be corrected. There are some things that you have to do. If you're going to be transformed, you're going to have to get rid of the old you, die to the old you, so that you can come alive and walk in the newness of who you were created to be originally. The
Yeah.
power of transformation is painful.
Yes, sir.
because it requires a stripping, a pulling. And anytime you separate from something, there's a possibility that we want to resist the separation because now we're dealing with the fact that there's some stuff about me that isn't what I thought it was. And I'm not,
Yeah.
let me say this, I haven't arrived to the degree that I thought I had arrived. Transformation will do that. Transformation uncovers and discovers the real you. Here's the question. Do you have the courage to identify, face, and deal with the real you? That's what transformation will do. I want you to remember to always out love, out serve, out forgive each other, and have an awesome weekend.
Oh, thank you so much, Dr. Carnes. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Power of Transformation. I hope y'all taking some notes, guys. I hope y'all taking some notes because Doc just gave you probably the golden nugget of the whole process, folks, right there. You must decide. I wrote down decide today, Doc. You must decide, first of all, folks, that you want to be part of the process. And guess what? You can't do? You can't complain about the process either. I found out too as well. If you're going to decide to be in the process, you can't complain about, well, I don't think I want to do this today or whatever it is. Whatever. Each journey is going to be a little different. But guess what, guys? You're going to need some help. That's why you're going to need to contact Dr. Carnes, at least to kick it off, or at least to understand a little better on what process, part of the process you need to start as soon as possible. But guys, the power of transformation is real. I'm excited about it, guys, and I hope you guys will embrace it. And I hope some of you are already involved in that, specifically those who have the book and have read the book as well. The other thing, you got to be honest, guys, with yourself, that too as well. That's another thing Doc brought out. You must be honest with yourself. And that one could be painful as well, ladies and gentlemen. Just depends on where you're at in life right now. But guys, the transformation process is real. And we trust that you're embracing it and learning more about that. But I want you guys to understand the author of the Power Transformation is right there, guys, Dr. Carnes. So it'd be nice to ask a few questions before. Don't just try to go out there and get started, right? You need to ask a few questions about the Power Transformation. And you can do that very quickly, guys, by dropping some notes to Doc on Instagram and Facebook, guys, and just ask the question. Tell me more about this Power Transformation. Doc's on Facebook, guys, Optimum Leadership Coach. Optimum Leadership Coach. Drop him a message there. And for those who've been following him for a while, let them know also how much you like the network and all the things he's been sharing on social media. Also, too, he's on Instagram, guys. Drop him another note there, too. Say, hey, tell me, Doc, please tell me more about this Power Transformation. He's under the optimizerdr.c, the optimizerdr.c. Hey, guys, we talked about the books, right? There's all three of them right there. I highly recommend you get the Power Transformation. And if you can get all three at one time, you can go to Amazon, type in Larry Carnes or Dr. Larry Carnes, and you can get all three there, guys. But the Power Transformation is a must. All three of them are a must, really. The power of the law of humility and the law of servanthood, all three are musts, in my opinion, folks, that you need as well. But if you got to get one at a time, get that Power Transformation, read that, and come up to speed on that area as well. Hey, also, too, guys, Doc has an awesome website for his coaching, teaching, training, and ministry at lcmi.world. lcmi.world is his website. And also, too, guys, you can drop a note there as well, and also order the books there if you like to off of that website. So thank you so much. If you guys got any problems getting with Doc or finding anything on him, guys, let me know. If you have a question or comment, I'll make sure he gets that information as well to that. So we appreciate you so much, guys. Hey, guys, it's been a great week. We're here on Mondays and Fridays only around 12 noon, and we always appreciate your time. We want to encourage you guys to share this out too as well on your platform, because you never know who's may have a light bulb come on and say, hey, this is exactly what I need. And then you can start that process of getting in touch with Doc and getting those books and learning more about the power of transformation. Doc, as always, thank you so much for your time this week, sir.
With the optimum blessings, we thank you. You know, transformation is interesting. You know, as long as we've been doing this, you know how people, I have clients and things like that, but not one person has become a client. See, it tells you how serious people are.
Doc.
When it comes to things like this.
Yeah.
They're investing everything else.
Right.
But don't want to invest in something that's going to last for eternity. See, all that other stuff is going to wear out. But these things are so much valuable. I was doing something, you know, and as we're talking, you know, I started to get out and, you know, as you do your walk. Now, my body said, man, you know,
Yeah.
The original goal was 6,000 steps.
Mm-hmm.
6,000 steps, and this isn't accomplishing what needs to be accomplished.
Okay.
I moved up to 10,000 steps.
Mm.
10,000 steps isn't accomplishing what needs to be accomplished at the rate I want it to be accomplished.
Mm.
I'm moving up now
Mm-hmm.
to between 12,000 to 15,000 steps.
Mm.
That's about at least 4 times a week now.
Mm.
In addition, I go to the gym, I get on the ab machine.
Yeah.
It was 200. I said 200 isn't getting what I want to get.
Wow.
I moved up to 250 the other day
Wow.
on the ab machine now.
Wow, Doc.
Your body feels it.
Yes, sir.
But if you want to accomplish what needs to be accomplished, you have to go through the pain of making adjustments and making the investment.
Yes, sir.
That's the way transformation is. See, I'm looking for a transformation to take place. But
Right.
here's the interesting thing about the physical transformation.
Mm.
Physical transformation isn't permanent if you stop doing what you've done to get to that place. See, if you stop doing it, then
Right.
everything that you got rid of is going to come back. But if
Right.
you make the transformation internally, really get transformed, then you have a renewed internal spiritual DNA and renewing the spirit of your mind. And you won't go back to those old habits and those standards, those old beliefs. Norms, standards, and beliefs.
Yeah, Doc.
Those are the greatest barriers to transformation.
Amen, Doc. You're right. It's not for the faint at heart. I'm gonna tell you that, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, I think it's what 7 billion or 8 billion people on the planet, and in my opinion, everybody should go through the power of transformation. But we understand that won't happen. But the point is, folks, the goal is that the whole purpose, really, for way I remember, Doc, and everybody, is that the whole goal is to get better, to improve yourself each and every day. The whole goal is I'm in hot pursuit of finding the real Kevin Vaughan, the real Kevin Vaughan. I'm talking about the real Kevin Vaughan as the creator God sees me. And that's the whole purpose of this, guys, is to get to that level and to do whatever it takes to get to that level. And that's not easy decision all the time for me personally. I'll just speak for me, of course, as well. And I know we're not used to that, guys. We're not used to that. It's always the easy path, right? The less traveled path that some people don't want to necessarily go, because it's easier to stay on the widened path. I understand that. Believe me, I understand it. It's so easy not to do it sometimes, Doc. When you know you don't really have to do it. I don't really have to do it, but I want to do it because the goal is to be in hot pursuit of finding a real you. And I wrote down too, Doc, real quick as a reminder that once you decide, regardless of the process, you must embrace it. It's amazing. That part. Whew, man, that part.
Sustainability. See,
That's
sustainability is important. It has to be sustained.
yeah,
And sustainability is very, very, very important. And that's one of the missing components is the sustainability. You know, talking a game and doing this and doing that, that's one thing.
absolutely.
If you only surround yourself with people who are like you, you're
Yeah,
not you're not serious.
correct,
If
sir.
you only surround yourself with people who are going to always make you feel like you're the superior one, you're the one with all of the knowledge, you're not serious. So you're in the wrong group.
Yeah,
And you know, just because you get a group of people who will follow and chase after you, see, like that, you really don't. It's this thing. You can take a herd of sheep, and if the first sheep walk off the cliff, what are the other sheep gonna do?
don't follow right
They
behind.
follow right behind and walk off the cliff.
That's correct.
So see, that doesn't, you know, there's an analogy that was used. I think I got it from Dr. Martin Luther King. He said you can take
Mm.
a lion that
Mhm.
leads a flock of sheep, and
Mhm.
you will defeat
Yeah.
a flock of lions that's led by sheep.
Yes, sir.
A lion that leads a flock of sheep will defeat a whole pride of lions that's led by sheep.
Mhm.
It's the mentality, it's the mindset.
Wow. Yeah.
Transformation works like that. But see, you get people and they start to follow behind this personality and stuff, and they only locked into that personality. Well, that personality has a limited view because
Mhm.
they don't subject themselves to stuff. And when something is revealed that goes against that thing, is truth that's revealed
Mhm.
that goes against what they've been yakking about the whole time, they
Mhm.
will reject that truth because they don't want to accept the truth. Aristotle, the
Mm.
gravity thing,
Yeah.
different weights, objects drop from the same distance at different weights. It was believed that the heavier object will hit the ground first. But when they proved that both of those objects hit the ground at the same time, they said instead of going against this truth, this fixated truth that people had received and being ridiculed, we'll
Yeah.
just continue to go along with the lie, with the myth,
Amen.
rather than accept and reveal the truth because it challenges the process.
Yeah, that's awesome, Doc.
Transformation will challenge a process.
Sir. Yes,
And
sir.
if you're not, see, and if you're not equipped to be the one who's going to foster that move that will
Yeah.
challenge a process, a mentality, and a mindset, then you might not want to get into that.
Woo! I tell you, boy. Doc, while you was talking, I'm going to give you guys, everybody who's listening, I'm going to give you a challenge, guys. You guys need to get into the process. You need to get into the process, guys. Learn more about it and get into the process if you want to grow, if you want to know more about who you really are. The goal, again, guys, is to get to your best self yet. That's how I remember that. For me, get to your best self, guys. You should be in hot pursuit of finding the real you. And where do you hear that at? You don't even get that from your parents. I love my parents, but they didn't say nothing about that part. I love them. Didn't hear nothing about it from the
No.
grew up in the church, didn't hear nothing about that. Hey, Kev, you need to pursue the best way to get there in God. They didn't say nothing like that. Nothing like that, folks. How about in college? Didn't get nothing in college either, guy. My peers didn't say nothing about. Kev, you should be working on you to be your best self yet. Never even heard it till Dr. Carnes brought up the optimum return and the power of transformation. So, Doc, again, I always got to thank you, man, when I get a chance to do that. So, thank you again
Yeah,
for this.
man. It's been years, decades.
Yes, sir. So, we're
And,
excited.
and and the thing that's interesting is when I come into contact with leaders.
Yeah.
See, that's where the true essence of who they are is revealed. One of the greatest compliments that you will ever receive is when
Yeah.
you come into a group of leaders and God allows you to begin to reveal truth, and then they separate from you
All
because
right.
now they have to face the reality and the truth,
Yeah.
but they don't want to face the reality and the truth about themselves.
Absolutely.
So see, here's the thing, and I think because I submit to so many powerful leaders, necessary endings.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
must always understand, don't ever get so connected with places,
Right.
houses, homes, cars, or some people
Yeah.
that you don't understand that there are necessary endings.
Hmm.
When you've done what God has assigned you to do and
Yeah.
they reject that truth,
Yeah.
let them go on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't you get so attached to people, organizations, or things that
Yeah.
it will make you think negatively about yourself when there's no more communication.
Right.
You've done your part. Remember something that now, I don't make this a Christian thing. It's not Christian, but it's an example
Hmm.
that says that when Jesus revealed truth, the people who were supposed to be close and connected to him did not want to receive that truth. So
That's
they
right.
disassociated themselves from him.
Yeah, I was
That's
reading
one
that.
of the greatest compliments that you can ever get.
Absolutely, Doc. Yeah, I was reading that the other day, Doc. God said, Jesus said, hey, if they were supposed to be with us, they still be here. Hey,
Thank you.
it's
And
amazing.
see, the very people who complain about other organizations, they end up doing the same thing that they complain about. It shows you their nature and their character. Maybe it wasn't that organization, maybe it was you all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Truth received, Dr. Driver taught me this.
Hmm.
Truth received to truth received.
Yeah.
Truth can be revealed. See, truth can be received. I hear it. I see it's being given.
Yeah.
but I don't receive it in my spirit.
Right.
See, so truth received
Right.
must be truth received. But
Right.
if I don't receive the truth that
Mhm.
was revealed, that
Mhm.
truth won't do me any good.
That's exactly right,
I'm
Doc.
going
That's
to continue to go on my little pick because I got this little small group of folk
yep.
who are codependent upon Larry Carnes. Now, Larry Carnes has become codependent upon their codependency.
Yeah.
Well, you see, folk don't want to. There's some stuff we don't reveal everything here, but
Right.
you know,
Yes.
God is. I've submitted to a lot of people who are real
Mhm. Amen. Amen.
braced at what they do.
Amen. Guys, that's why everybody listening right now, guys, that's why you got to learn more about this power transformation. It is a process, right? It's not the normal. You got to understand it's not the normal way of living. It's not the normal way of even getting information, guy. You're not going to find this on anywhere on the internet like Doc's doing, in my opinion. Now, there's some other people probably teaching it, the power transformation or transformation. I'm going to tell you, it's a different story with Doc, man. It's totally different. And I think he has a unique process there that'll help you understand it. But guys, you got to be willing to make that leap of faith, if you will, and also know, hey, it's not about you necessarily, right? It is about you, but it's not about you at the same time. It's about me, but it's not about me. So you got to learn to get through that part, Doc. I had to learn to get through that part right there for me.
Yeah.
And we're excited about it. And why do we say all this, guys? Why do we? I was pulling my little card out here. Why do we say all this on this program right now? Because of this, guys. You matter. This is why you matter. You matter. You deserve to find the best you, the best person in you. You need to find it. I think most of you out there understand this is a spiritual area we're talking about, right? But you matter. Come on, guys. We all matter. We should get better every day. And we know what's going on in the world today. I ain't going through all that, but we need to get better, folks. How do you do that? You got to be a hot pursuit of finding how to do that. And that's what the power transformation reminds me of each and every day. I'm talking about daily. In fact, Doc, almost every second, every 60 seconds, I got to be thinking about it. So
Yeah.
I don't fall backwards on some stuff. But seriously, though, guys, you got to have some fun in the process, but you're going to need a guide. And that's where Dr. Carnes comes at. That's where these books come in at too, guys, so it can help you get along. But I want you guys to think about it for this year to consider that as well. Doc?
Yeah, me to talk about that. And see, my take on the books, I was in Columbus over not this past weekend, but I think last weekend, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Following week, yeah.
Yeah. Last Friday. When was it? What we call Good Friday, doing installation, ordination, and things of that nature.
Yes, sir.
Powerful.
Yep.
But this is what I told. Someone who has all of my books told me they said, no, you need to tell people that humility is the starting place.
Okay.
The
Okay.
law of humility.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't humble yourself,
Mm-hmm.
you're
Mm-hmm.
not going to embark upon that journey. And people were asking me, I said, well, let me tell you what someone who owns all of the books told me.
Mm-hmm.
They said humility, and
Yeah.
then go from humility to
Yeah.
servanthood. And then when you go from humility to servanthood, then you step into transformation.
Good point, Doc.
That person has all three of the books.
Absolutely. I would agree
And
with that.
that's what that person told me.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
said, wow. So I'm taking it from a reader's perspective, not the author's perspective, because they say, well, what was the first book? I say, Servanthood was the first book.
Yeah.
Person said, yeah, but humility sets you up for servanthood, and then you can go on and step over into transformation.
Absolutely,
So
Doc.
it's a system and a thing like that. And dealing with the one I'm working on now, redemptive consciousness,
Mhm.
that thing is just bringing about some stuff that's really mind blowing to me, and how we navigate the inner landscape and unlock the hidden reservoir of our strengths and resilience that's contained within.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's going to be interesting because, see, there are antidotes and insightful teachings and practical exercises and things that need to be discovered
Yeah.
as we become who we are created to be.
Absolutely, Doc. Matter of
But
fact, I'm
yes,
sorry.
sir.
Oh, go ahead, Doc. I'm sorry.
No, but see, it comes through illumination.
Yeah. Yeah.
and it illuminates the process of the internal restructuring that's a pathway to renewed empowerment.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, they kept I say it over and over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah. That's powerful, Doc. I love it. I was just writing down, Doc. Folks, this transformation process is a deep dive into your own life. It's a
Yeah.
deep dive. I'm talking about deep, deep. I think the deepest part of the ocean is 6 miles. It's past that, or
Mm.
whatever. So it's a deep dive, guys, and it ain't no joke. If you want it, now, if you want it. Now, Doc, I agree with that book on humility, because the first thing I had to say, well, maybe he's right. I'm a pretty sharp guy, I think, but maybe Doc's right on this one, and that type of thing. So that's the type. If you can't really say that, maybe he's right, and I need to learn a little bit more instead of just rejecting everything that the law of transformation offers to you, and say, well, maybe this process is right, and maybe I need to look at myself a little bit better. And that's the part I had to break through, Doc. When I broke through those 3 areas, if you will, that's when I was able to humble myself enough to learn, at least learn about it. Now I can, if I learn it and I don't like it, that's a different story. But at least listen and start the process and say, oh,
Yeah.
benefits here. Let me continue. There's some benefits here, because you're going to get some great rewards, guys, not only for yourself, but for your entire family. And I believe even your community that you're around. It's amazing how the community even looks better. It's amazing.
Yeah, it was interesting yesterday before I did my walk. Man, I was here and I was, it was getting later and I'm sitting here, man, but I wanted to get out, I just didn't want to get up and do it. And then I said, I need to do this. So it ended up, it was probably 6 o'clock.
Yeah, Doc.
And it was a little windy and airish yesterday. And so, but I said, no, I have to do it.
Yeah, Doc.
Once I got up and got out and started the process, it just became, it was just so, but man, it was getting
Yeah.
up and doing it. And I was dressed to go,
Oh, yeah.
but it was doing it.
Yep.
But once I got out and started, and just once I got out,
Mhm.
outside of the structure
Yeah.
into the environment, I was out there then,
Yeah.
take the step.
Yeah.
Took that first step,
Yeah.
it became, and it was easy after that.
Yes, sir.
But
Exactly.
that first step
Yeah.
and that mindset, do
Mhm.
it,
Yeah.
man, that thing I had to battle through that.
Ooh, I hear you, Doc. That's lovely. Hey, Doc, I was just thinking too, one of the things you got to say, I have to ask myself, what do you want? What do I want? Do you want this or not? You got to ask you. You either don't do it, right? It's better to not do it. If you don't want it, don't do it. If you want it, go do it. It's really that
Yeah,
simple. Don't be done half stepping. Don't be fence walking, folks, as we talk about the power of transformation. You're in hot pursuit of finding the real you. Who does? I haven't found anybody who said that I don't want to be better every day. I haven't found anybody who really says that, unless something else is going on in your brains. But the point is that we all want to do better every day. I think at least the people I hang around, they're always doing better and pushing that envelope to be the best self they can. Okay, and helping others do the same as well. So that's what we're here for today, folks, to help you do that as well. Hey, guys, I want you guys to get in touch with Doc as soon as possible. Ask more. Hey, just ask a question about the power transformation. Hey, tell me more. And guess what, guys? If you can catch them, you need to talk to your employees, you need to talk to your colleagues there, talk to your organizations, your associations, your groups. If you can book them for a couple hours or hour or so, you guys need to do that as well. And because I know you guys got budgets out there for speakers, so get that budget together and give Doc a call and let him come out and talk to you guys, either live or virtual. So whatever he can fit his time on. So guys, we thank you so much for this time today. The power of transformation is real. We could literally probably talk for another 2 hours easy about this topic, guys, but it's so important because you matter. We want the best for you. The creator wants the best for you. But guess what? There is a process that we all must go through, in my opinion, to get there. Okay, it's not your average way of living, folks. It is not your average way of living, or we have different results in the world today, in my opinion. So I'll leave that alone real quick. But Doc, again, thank you so much for your time. We had a great time today. Wow.
Awesome blessings. Thank you.
So I received out. But hey, guys, have a great weekend. Be intentional today. Enjoy the moments. It's a beautiful day in the state of Georgia, and we trust that you'll be safe and have a great time. Hey, we're here on Mondays and Fridays around 12 noon. Thank you so much. Hey, most of all, share this out, guys. Share this out on your network. I'm going to be pushing this out on my platforms as well. Please share this one out. This is a good one today. Thank you so much, and we'll have a wonderful time with you later. Hey,